Keita told me you have a lot of weird guys that come to your shows. Before you even start, they sit in the front row and they wait.
You always know when she's playing a club because there's all these like panel vans parked.
Yeah, I'm serious. He had to drive me home.
Guys, we're here on the All Good Things podcast. Welcome back. We're here with an amazing comedian today. We're so grateful she's here. Jiaoying Summers. She's tearing up the internet. Keita, our producer, is next to her. Jiao, thank you so much for coming.
And Jason.
Yeah.
Jason, thank you for letting me come. You know, I know, no, it sounds sexual. Letting me come at 3 instead of 1. And actually 4. Your hair is amazing. Your daughter is gorgeous.
Thank you.
And your house is insane. And the view, the only thing bad is Bobby's up there.
I haven't seen Bobby's. Yeah.
I'm blocking his driveway. I blocked his driveway.
Wait, what about Naveen?
So he has to call me now.
Oh yeah, and my wife too. Yeah,
She's otherworldly beautiful. She's just stunning.
Jiao came in and she was starving, and this is all we had. Where she's having some healthy chips.
Sorry, I'm noisy.
Yeah, no, crack away at them, chomp at them. How do you rate the chips?
I think it tastes like a tomato. So it's like from 1 to 10 is 8.
Oh, those are really good, actually.
Well, they're nice. They're like a healthy Dorito.
Sorry, I'm so noisy.
Yeah,
I'm from the dumpster, so that's what we do.
Yeah, let's get right into it. So, your comedy. You were born in China, and you joke about this.
1990.
Explain it to somebody who doesn't know.
So one-child policy
is that still going on in China?
Is what India should be doing right now, but they don't.
Who, India?
India should be having one-child policy.
So you believe in a one-child policy?
Yeah.
Okay. And so is that still going on in China now?
No. They actually pay you to have more kids because one-child policy really fucked up the gender balance. There's way more boys,
right? Very
little women, right? Because little girls just like disappeared, and there's more men, and it's hard to date and how to get married. Getting married is a big thing in China, you know, and then all the ugly bitches be like, you won't marry me, you better buy my brother a car, buy my older brother 2 cars, buy my retarded brother 5 cars, and then the ugly bitches being like taking over because they have a pussy, you know, what can you do?
And this is a policy that they had in the 90s. For how long? How many years did they have a one-child?
At least like a decade.
A decade. And so take us to the
from late 85 to.
So at the absolute worst end of that is somebody has a baby, it's a girl, and what do they do?
That's baby. That's Betty. Like over there the hill.
Yeah.
This is actually pretty prime for it because you can't really see anything. Coyotes just come and take it. You just throw the baby in there. The pretty one got picked up. The ugly one stayed there. And
it's true your parents had you at home to avoid any problems, right? Is that true?
If I'm home, I'm not on the birth record.
Right.
If I'm gone.
So
you had a brother too?
Younger brother.
Yeah, younger. Where's he? Is he here?
He's in China. They're all in China. I came here by myself.
Your mother's here though.
She came after I had my baby here. And so she came over after my divorce to help me with the children.
And your father?
I was not going to see her again. I'm working on his green card. My father.
You are?
So he can drink here. He's drunk. It's okay. He won't remember. He won't. He's like, what?
He likes to drink.
Yeah, he's alcoholic. He's like, he's never been sober.
And you like to drink?
I used to drink a lot. Now I just get high on stage. From the stage high. Yeah.
Okay, and so they have you.
Keita drove me home one time.
He did?
Tell
us.
First time I was drunk on stage. I'll never forget about it. I speak very slow. People were like, I was having a hard time, I think, something. My ex was getting me fucked up in China with a major lawsuit that it's just very nasty. So I had my emotion get the best of me. I start drinking, and whenever I drink, I don't eat anything.
Yeah, you were at Soho House.
Yeah.
Remember before? Yeah.
There's like, I was with my friend Glenn. Glenn is your party friend you don't want to be around when you are having a bad day and you have to perform. So he bought 5 bottles of champagne that I drank 4.
Oh my God.
I had 4 bottles of champagne before I went to
oh my God.
the improv. And
you were like fucking sideways that night?
I also had more.
Did you go up on stage?
Oh yeah, I did the whole set.
You did?
I headlined.
You
So I
did?
taped it.
I headlined.
Oh, wow.
I watched it. I was like, that's Amy Rice's house right here.
And what was funny about that night was
Amy Rice House.
this is when you still have these guys, but I was telling Jason before, you have like a coterie of like really strange old guys that come that I swear are like waiting for the
Trying to
opportunity
take
to
me
get you in the
home.
van.
So you have a
Yeah.
lot. So you have a lot of weird guys. Keita told me you have a lot of weird guys that come to your shows before you even start. They sit in the front row and they wait. Is this true?
And they don't laugh.
They don't laugh.
and they don't laugh.
Stare at me.
And Keita described them as almost like murderous, like maybe like the like guys that would just do some harm.
Yeah,
Is that true?
I mean, I my whole life I've been waiting for uncle to touch me. I was twerking in diapers, but no man want me. Now old guys like me. Now it's too late. I want the attention.
You
when I
always
was a
know.
toddler.
You always know when she's playing a club because there's all these like panel vans parked.
Yeah, I'm serious. He had to drive me home.
So I had to drive her home because there were so many weird fucking people.
That's not true. There's no vans. Really?
Go check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead. Sorry.
So no, and there were so many weird people that were around. I was like terrified
yeah.
that she was not going to be safe. So
Sure.
so I drove her.
Right.
I had no idea that she lived an hour outside of LA though.
Yeah, he had no idea.
Oh yeah, I know where you live. That's not that far.
It's not an hour,
It's
but
not an hour, but yeah, I know
it
where you
feels
live.
like an hour.
You live. That's a big Chinese community out there.
Because my mom don't speak English and I'm touring most of my years, so I just want to make sure when I'm not around, she can commute, she can go to the supermarket, she can go to the school. Also, they have very good school system. Everything's good.
Yeah, it's nice out there.
Very nice. So, so I'm gonna give her the house eventually. I'll
Yeah.
buy something in Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have a good deal with Beverly Hills. I'm gonna get a carrying permit.
You're gonna get an apartment?
Carrying permit.
Oh, a carrying permit in Beverly Hills.
I have a gun in my purse. Maybe when I'm on the road. I have
It's the
guys
first on
following.
this podcast.
Yeah, I don't.
We haven't had
believe
Ted Nugent yet, but
Yeah, I believe in people who can protect themselves, but I'm not crazy. I'm not. Obviously, I'm crazy, but I just want to make sure I don't die before I'm very famous.
have you ever had to use it?
Yeah.
You have.
I was in Kentucky,
When you were in Kentucky?
Yeah.
You went to college in Kentucky, right?
University of Kentucky. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, hold on. Did you say you used a gun on a guy in Kentucky?
Not on a guy, but I have to take it out from my purse. Just be like, don't touch me.
Wait, so you do have a firearm?
It's not legal. I should not have it. But my friend, she has it with her.
Okay, we're
She's-
bleeping that out.
Let me just have Naveen get the kids out of the house. Hang on a second. Guns are funny. Guns are
Yeah, she has it with her.
Are you
guns
you
are
a gun
funny.
guy?
Man. Guns make me.
I said I have a gun.
I admire. I'm all for anyone to carry one, but like the fact that she has one right now, I'm like,
No, not here.
oh, it's not here.
Do you have one?
No. No, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I don't even like saying that I don't have one, but
Yes, you do.
I mean, he does.
yeah, I do.
He does.
I mean, you don't know.
It's huge.
I'm
I
a
saw-
big lefty, but yeah.
I've seen a gun. I've seen a gun get fired off into a deer's head once. That was probably the
Pretty
closest
awful.
I've been to a gun. One time there was a dead deer in
Let me
our,
not be nasty. Let's do this way.
one time there was a dead deer in my backyard.
So I'm gonna put this on my. Can I take off my shoes?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
tired.
One time there was a dead deer in my backyard. This is the difference between
Wait,
men.
here?
No, my other
Make
house.
sure RFK don't know it about.
You what?
Make sure RFK don't know about it. Because he's gonna come.
Oh, RFK. One time there was a deer in my backyard, and it was like had like a broken leg, and so I was like, all right, I don't know what to do. So I call the people, and the woman gets on the phone, and she's like, okay, someone's gonna come and get the deer and rehabilitate the deer. They'll take the deer, no problem. And I was like, oh, okay, great. And then a guy shows up, a ranger.
Oh, is he hot?
He was pretty hot.
Rangers are always hot.
Yeah, he was hot.
Because
yeah,
when
yeah.
you jerk off in the wood, did you really jerk off? I don't know.
Did he what?
If you jerk off in the wood and nobody see, did you really jerk off?
If you jerk off in the woods and
Nobody saw
nobody
it.
sees,
Did you really jerk
did the ranger get hard?
Did the ranger come? They are hot though.
Anyways, the ranger came.
Did he?
Yeah, he came all
How
over.
did you-
End of story. No, he came and And he just brought the gun out and he's like, all right. He's like, where's the deer? And I was like, wait. I thought you were going to rehabilitate it. And he's like, rehabilitate it? He's like, no. He's like, I'm going to shoot it in the head. And that was it. And
yeah, I mean, I don't think deer can recover from a broken limb.
No.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't know what the woman was saying, but.
Yeah, but does it taste good after you shoot it in the head?
yeah, we ate for a few months.
Nice.
It was delicious.
Well, you did eat it?
No.
Why?
No. Because it's America. We're not going to. It's LA. I don't know how to like cut up a deer.
Call someone.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people that would have, think
call
that
someone
that's.
from Bakersfield, something.
Yeah.
I feel very sad. Wasting all the good meat.
So what happened to you when you started to blow up on TikTok? You got shadow banned?
Mm-hmm. Before I think I bought a comedy club. And,
yeah,
1
I've
month
been to
later,
your comedy club.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
1 month later, there's COVID.
Yeah.
I brought COVID. I forgot, to America. So unfortunately, I had to close my club for like a year.
Uh-huh.
But during that time, I really wanted to become a comedian, and I can't do anything. So I just go to the club by myself and tape my jokes. Whatever I wrote, the shitty stuff, I just tape it and I post on TikTok.
Right.
In secrets. And then one time, one joke blew up to 1 million views. I'm like, oh my God, that's actually the best way to test out my materials to find out what the topic is relating to the audience.
Right.
I start to develop more, whatever blow up, I'll write more about those jokes and then become a really great system that I become viral because I only write and talk about things that are relating with people. It's actually the things that are really close to my heart, which is very hard to make it funny, but I tried very hard to relate. And I think I really found my voice with the help from social media.
Right.
Earlier, sooner, faster, I would say.
And then did something happen where TikTok...
It's a one-child policy joke.
It's the one-child policy.
Yeah, that joke was viral. And then next thing I know, it's removed. And then I just have this message. I have 0 followers. My profile photos blank. And the community guideline violation.
Yeah.
There's no explanation. There's nothing.
Yeah, that TikTok's the worst at that too. They'll just take your account and then that's it.
Yeah, so I went to Jewish lawyer and the LA Times.
You went to a Jewish lawyer?
And the LA Times, yeah. And then I think they just feel like they feel bad for me, so they give me the account back, which is nice. Now I'm actually working for something, working with them on a show. I'm going to be the judge for their first comedy competition show.
Oh, yeah. I saw you on there. Yes.
Where did they show it?
It's advertised on the live streaming portion of the app. It's you, Trevor Wallace, Zach Justice, and those are the only names that I knew. But yeah. So you're gonna judge it.
Yeah, I will make sure people don't do comedy. I won't be nice to the young people. I'll be like, that sucks.
Yeah.
Do something else.
You're gonna try to get them to not do comedy.
Yeah, if they
discourage them.
If I can tell them something, they don't do it. It's good for them because they're gonna suffer less.
Yeah.
If I tell you you're a piece of shit, they still do it. They'll make it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, this is so hard.
It's a hard life. I'm impressed that you I can't believe you have 2 kids.
I can't believe it either.
I mean, that's just insane.
It's not good.
I have 2 kids, so I know exactly what you're saying.
It's your heart and soul. Is that when you have them, basically when you have the kids, they are the priority. They'll always be the priority.
That's right.
You can joke about it, you can talk shit about it, but their well-being is going to be whatever it comes first.
Yeah.
It worked for me, and I had to make this a very hard decision. When I got my divorce, I lost all the money. I mean, even the money I brought with me when I married him. Obviously, he's much wealthier than me, way more.
Right.
But I have the children, and I have 0 money because it was very nasty divorce. I decided to walk out from the marriage with the children with no money.
Okay.
And I have to make a decision. Do I marry a very rich guy who want to take care of me and live well? Or do I want to suffer and struggle and chase my dreams and have the risk of the children may have to suffer with me? And I don't think they would suffer with me. I choose to chase my dreams. And I had no plan B. I'm just spending my saving and selling all of my jewelry and my bags for 6 months to survive on it, to make something happen in 6 months. And I did.
Oh, wow.
I had to also stop doing a lot of sponsored ad for like products and lipstick. And I don't want to be an influencer person. I
Yeah.
don't want to make money as an influencer. I want
Right.
to become a comedian.
Right.
Therefore, I have to, because every time you make a video, people pay you 20 grand for a video, you have to give them 7 revisions. It's not like, oh,
Yep.
no, you have to be a full-time slave.
Yeah.
And I can't do it with touring, with writing jokes. I can't be good at comedy if I don't spend my time writing and going on stage over and over again, getting paid nothing.
Tell them no revisions.
And they won't pay me the money
Yeah, they will.
I need. So I decided to basically make shitty money to tour and to write my jokes, get better and better, and start to sell more tickets and grow more and sell more tickets and raise the price and make more money and eventually actually make real money. And now we are good. We kept the house. I think I even told Kita I have to sell the house. I can't afford. I have to buy my ex out of the house. I gave him $900K cash. Buy him
Why?
out.
Why? If he's richer than you, then why
He doesn't-
did you come out
he's
broke?
He's not American. He's Chinese, and we should get divorced in China, which is worse for me because he's very connected. I don't want to talk more about it. So I decided to basically get divorced here, offer him a deal he can't resist.
Wow.
So that's why.
Do you worry about
We're
going
not-
back to China?
No, I haven't said shit yet. No, but I don't perform there. I wouldn't be able to perform there because
Oh.
all of your jokes, your materials had to be reviewed by the culture department, and they would review everything, and they would make corrections for you, and you have to obey everything is on the copy. If everything you say is not the same, that's a problem.
Have you been to China and seen a stand-up show?
I performed.
Yeah. Oh, you did
for
perform.
Cosmopolitan,
Yes. And
a
how'd that go?
video thing. We wrote 20 minutes. They cut it into 1 minute. Actually, 48 seconds.
Oh, wow.
I was literally talking about my mom, my sister, and all of like the family drama. My sister is getting fat for the first time. You know, I'm so happy she got fatter than me, and I'm just very happy. I got home. My mom is in America, so China smelled better because my mom is not here, and they were just like, "You are implying the pollution of the air." I said. So I end up everything's cut out. Just hello, how are you? My name is Jiaoying Summers. Bye. So it was just like I don't want to take the risk of my beautiful Chinese people be like, she's not funny. What the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
I want them to just like go cross a firewall to watch my real shit on YouTube or Instagram. Be like, oh yeah, she's funny. Then go make so much money and go on stage and just don't say anything funny.
Do they? So in China, when you do your bits
Mm-hmm.
and your clips, do they get to see the exact same thing we see, or do they?
No, they don't see anything. There's a firewall.
That's what I
TikTok,
thought.
Instagram.
But they have ways to crack the
They can do
firewall,
it,
right? They have like a VPN.
Yeah, but not everybody can do it. Majority of Chinese don't speak English.
Uh-huh.
For whoever is speaking English, you have to do the firewall thing. But the problem is that it's illegal. If that you are caught, it's like doing weed. You know, yeah, you can do it. Not right now. It's like doing cocaine. You know,
Right.
yeah. But yeah, if you are caught, that's a problem. So not everybody's just like, let me do a VPN, do it like smoke a cigarette and watch something in America.
Was there somebody that you saw do stand-up that made you want to do stand-up?
No, I don't know what stand-up is. It was at an audition for John Singleton for his TV series Rebel.
Yeah.
And I auditioned for the Chinese girl part. And he just asked me to improv. I just started improving. And he's like, oh my God, you are hilarious. You should
Right.
do stand-up. I'm like, what is stand-up? I've never seen stand-up. There's no stand-up didn't exist in China until 5-6 years ago.
Oh.
But then it got banned again because
Oh,
somebody
wow.
said something wrong. So I have never known. Well, there's Chinese two-person on stage, like the kind of comedy thing, like improv, a Chinese type of stand-up, but there's 2-person,
Right.
not like 1 person. There's 1 person, but it's a different thing. It's a memorized routine that is like it's different from stand-up. You actually talk about what's going on in the world, how you
Right.
feel, and I'd never seen that before.
Wow.
And then John Singleton got up from the casting table and he started showing Ali Wong's comedy special. He walked towards me. He's like, "This is stand-up comedy. You're gonna be a star if you do it."
Oh, wow.
But he didn't give me the job.
That was just an audition.
Mhm.
Wow. You didn't
So-
get the job for the
No,
For the show?
He wants somebody who speak perfect English with Oakland accent. I can't do it.
What
But
were
he,
you-
he called me next day. He took me out to have brunch by his boat in Killer Shrimp in Marina Del Rey, and he just basically, you have to do a open mic. You have to do an
Wow.
open mic. If I said no, I want to be an actress. He goes, if you make it in comedy, you can be in any movie you fucking want.
Oh, wow.
If you can make it in comedy,
Right.
you can be known. But your comedy,
yeah.
you can be in any movie you want. I said, my accent? He goes, nobody give a fuck about your accent anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. So I went to China to host the Shanghai Film Festival. And I met my ex-husband, who's a Chinese man. I married him and I moved to China. So 1 year later, I came back. I was going to give birth to my son. A year and a half later, I started to try my first open mic because I tried acting in China. It did not work out. My ex was buying me a movie role. He's investing in a movie for me to play the lead. But the beauty standard is very different. They don't want me to play the lead because I wasn't attractive in Chinese standard. My lips too big. My skin's too dark. I'm too thick. They want me to lose weight, bleach my skin, and do plastic surgery and bleach my skin more. And I wasn't eating when I was on set. I was eating spinach. I fainted. And I'm like, I can't speak. I'm like tired. I can't. They're like, oh, wait, don't worry. Move your lips. We have voiceover. I'm like, that is not acting. And how would I speak to my girls with dark skin, thick girls with big lips and dark skin, be like, you can be beautiful too, just bleach your skin? No, I'm not. I'm a fraud, you know?
It's all kinds of fucked up over there,
I'm a fraud.
That's wild.
I mean,
what did you think when you moved to America? Like, what were your thoughts about it? When you were 18 when you came here? And you just went right into the University of Kentucky?
Yes. I was learning English. I was also the math tutor in Kentucky. I tutor math for the students.
Okay.
A few of the basketball players. And I was lonely. I don't have any friends.
Yeah, terrible.
I wasn't
Just you,
attractive
right?
either. Yeah, just me.
Yeah.
I
In
didn't
a dorm?
In a dorm, and my roommate is having sex in the bathroom because we share a bathroom with another. And I just felt lonely, and I was still ugly. I wasn't just got hot when I came here because I have no confidence. I was slouching because my boob came in. I was very embarrassed about my boobs because I always had short hair. I was just like the tomboy, and when the boob come, I'm like, ugh. I was so disgusted by boobs, and I was slouching. I had acne all over my forehead. I was wearing glasses. I was super skinny.
Yeah.
So I wasn't attractive, and I didn't have any friends. People didn't like me. I was just a little popular because I was doing everybody's homework, their calculus homework. And so it wasn't just like, oh, I came to America, I become a pretty girl. It was a process of me accepting who I am. And it was lonely, very lonely.
Yeah.
The cultural barrier, the language, and my mom and I are not in a good term, and she basically blamed me every day. It's like, it's your fault that you are in America. You should stay in China. You would become a professor one day. You would go to Peking University, which is like the Harvard of China, which I would be getting in. I can go to Harvard of China. Instead, I'm going to Kentucky. So like, you're going to stay there and learn how to fry chicken? You know, she was just like...
University of Kentucky is a good school too, though.
It's not Harvard.
It's a good school.
It's good. It's not bad.
It's good. I guess it's not Harvard, but
it's not bad.
It's really good. So you're real smart, huh?
I try.
Damn.
I try to be smart, but definitely in China, I'm smart.
What does your mom think of your stand-up now?
She just she came to a show that Kita was filming.
Yeah.
And she just walked to me. She goes, why are they laughing?
Well, she doesn't speak English, right? Is that why she's
learning English?
Right.
What's so interesting about her mother is she does not look as vicious as Jiao describes her.
Sure. Well, that's every comedian.
She's also our age.
Yeah.
Which was the rudest fucking awakening.
Oh, yeah?
Like when I learned that she's like 52 or something.
She had you young.
53. Yeah, she got married when she was 19.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
She had you really young.
She can't, I don't know. She just have this feminine mentality, you know. She's always like angry. She always want to make sure I do everything perfect. If I don't even know, she freak out. Like when Mother's Day, I bought her Mercedes SUV, and 2 days later, she started cursing at me for not folding my blankets. I'm like, I have a maid to not fold blankets.
Yeah.
I like things neat and clean, so I work like a fucking dog, so I can afford people to clean. She goes, you are lazy. That's why your husband left. I'm like, Mom, I just bought you a car. Can you just be chill? She goes, it's already 24 hours. What the fuck do you want? It's not like a Porsche. Fuck off, you know.
But then you also have to think about like how your mom looks at it. She had you under like incredible duress. Mm-hmm. You know, like that was probably really hard for her. Mm-hmm. She probably doesn't know. She probably doesn't believe that, you know, someone can be a stand-up that comes from China and just be as funny as you are and as successful as you are. She maybe can't see that.
She didn't believe it.
Yeah.
People would be asking.
I wouldn't believe it either if I grew up in China.
Yeah, I can't.
Do you know what I
believe
mean?
it.
I wouldn't either. I'd be like, what? What do you mean? Because you're over there, you're not even allowed to do stand-up.
Yeah, I don't think sometimes I even don't believe it because Wong is a friend of mine and he's been doing it, and I'm the other person I'm not born here, and I didn't come here when I'm 4 or 3 years old. I came here when I'm 19, 18 years old. I speak no English. I learned the language here in America.
Yeah.
And everything I say is very different point of view based on my background and what I think of America and everything, relationships, everything. So I think it's hard to do what I do, but it's also I'm very privileged. I can do things that my way.
Yeah. I like when you talk about your husband and you have a bit where you talk about you go to Sephora. And
that's a long time ago.
And he wants, you want to buy 2 different mascaras. And he's like, do you need the purple one? And you're like, oh, that's why I married you, so I can get the purple one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, I married you to get the purple Armani eyeliner, bitch. Like I want extra.
You miss being
for it.
You miss being married?
No. I wish I never married. I was that was the worst mistake I ever made. But I got blessed with those 2 beautiful children, so I can't really complain about it. It's a lesson I learned.
Your kids are really beautiful.
They are beautiful.
Especially your daughter is so.
She's a pretty girl.
That kid is so sharp.
Yeah, she looked just
who's
like
older?
me. When he's older. Boy is older. He's 5. She's 3.
Oh, she's only 3?
Mm-hmm. And she's
wow. I thought she was the older one.
She looks older because she's chubby.
I have a question. So what I was telling Jason, like, I don't know anybody that's busier than you that does more diversity of things in comedy. So like, if you were to choose one of the things, like if you got to a place where you had shit ton of money and you've got the success, what would you narrow it into a focus, or like I don't want to say what's your end game, but you're working your ass off to achieve stuff. What are you trying to achieve?
I definitely would want to die on stage, be known as a great comedian. I don't have to be famous or rich because that's going to happen. But be called a great comedian and die on stage would be what I want.
I want to die on stage.
Yeah, when I'm 98, I would be dying on stage. That's what I want. Yeah. Even it didn't have to be a big stage. It's just I don't think I can ever live a week without going on stage. I can't. I will do it for free.
Yeah.
The end game is, I think, is a lot of Kita. The end game is for me to really forgive myself in every way, to actually be happy.
Forgive yourself for what?
For everything I didn't achieve and everything I disappointed the people, and that is not my fault. But it's very hard for me to forgive myself, and I cannot be really happy because if I remember when I finished my set at the Apollo, we got a standing ovation. We sold out the Apollo, and it's in every way is history making. But after the stand up ovation, everybody was up, and I couldn't look at it, and I was there for probably 5 seconds. I walked away. I don't think I deserve it. And I felt really embarrassed because I felt like I'm the worst person who ever headlined the Apollo in the history of this. What should I do next?
Why do you feel that way?
I mean, they have met Madonna, Michael Jackson, Richard Pryor, and me. I just don't want to be the embarrassment. I didn't want to kill myself, but I just wanted to, what should I do to get so much better after that so I can be.
Do you think that goes back to the fact that you were born
definitely
under under those restrictions in China? Like you'll never, not that you'll never,
family,
but you'll always kind of deal with that,
there's
right?
some family, they had a baby girl, they treat her like a princess, you know?
Yeah.
It's just growing up knowing that my life was given to me.
Yes.
And if I don't do the best I can, I'm wasting this life.
Oh my God.
They give me. They tell me every day. It's to a point that I make it funny.
Yeah.
And there's different stories. My mom will one day like, oh, we pick you up from the baby desk girl valley. All the girls are dead, you know. And then my father's like, oh, you are from the cat box. You're from the railway station. Like my grandpa would be like, oh, it's the snake pit, It's like, it's joke. But like every day I have find out something new about where I'm from.
Yeah.
And to a point it become funny, tragic, but funny.
Right.
But it gave me a lot of motivation to not be ordinary. Being ordinary is not what I can live with. I'd rather not sleep. I wasn't smart. But when I was in school in China, I'd rather sleep at 3 a.m. But to score, like a 99 is out of 100 is failure. It has to be 100.
Oh, wow.
If there's an error, it's that I failed. So I think I'm hyper anxious. And I think Kita knows because we are old friends. I'm always I'm like a robot.
The thing that
Yeah.
People think I'm too intense. A lot of people don't like me. They think I'm too intense. I am very intense, but it's not something I can control.
Right.
I'm a good person, but I'm definitely very intense.
you're really intense and you're also really misunderstood.
Why is she misunderstood?
People have assumptions. I was telling Jiao the other day, there's no comic in town that I have to defend more than her.
Oh.
Like when it comes up, I think most of it comes from jealousy,
Sure.
and envy.
Well, she took the scene by storm quickly.
Literally, like out of nowhere.
Yeah.
There's no force that I know of in our scene.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people make assumptions that I've had to correct many, and this is sad to say, but many women comics that I know I've had to correct them about.
Mm-hmm.
Their assumption is like the typical assumption of like sleeping to the top or that kind of shit.
I definitely did that. I fucked myself.
How do you can't sleep? That's
I fucked myself to the top because I bought my own club. I'm a division man. I married for comedy.
That's ridiculous.
I bought my own
How would you
club.
sleep your way to the top in
I don't
comedy?
know,
You have
but-
to go up there and be funny. Either you're funny or not.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean,
Right?
though? But people
Yeah.
just go
I don't
to
know
that.
what you mean because it's not like she is dating someone at
Yeah,
Netflix or something. Like that's the only thing I could think of.
There's somebody he's doing that. Somebody was dating somebody at Netflix.
Yeah.
I get
But
some
people,
opportunities.
they go back to old assumptions.
Yeah.
And it, for me, it's really offensive because it's like, well, you need to get to know her and really, I mean, you are really
Do you rub people the
ferocious.
wrong way?
I'm very kind to people.
No.
And that's actually worse
Mm.
because when you are so nice in person, they hate you more because they have nothing else to hate you. When they don't meet you, they want you to be a cunt. But when they see you, you're actually very nice. They kind of have their little bitch heart broken, be like, oh my gosh, she's all so nice. With big titties. Fuck me. Yeah, fuck you.
Okay, now I see it.
I'm toxic.
I mean, you've got a shell, you know what I mean? And people,
I'm ferocious. People just...
yeah, no, I agree.
But I'm not mean to people though.
You're not mean to people, but your energy is definitely
Aggressive.
Get
Brusque.
the fuck out of the way energy.
Yeah. Aggressive.
But I kind of
good.
love that. That's
Sure.
that's what I love about.
Yeah.
Like when I
yeah.
first started seeing her on the scene, it was like really exciting. I mean, I was especially excited about the China thing and her material. Like I remember the first time I saw your act and I was like, holy shit, she's doing some really, really interesting work.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just I think so many people are like confused about that one child policy. Like I've heard about it, but I was like, how does that work?
Like the dumpster joke.
Yeah.
The dumpster joke is that's to the bone.
Yeah, you have an incredible. This is an incredible quote from the LA Times. It was really hard. You said, "I could barely talk. All my trauma, the lack of confidence of growing up a little girl in China, being unwanted and nearly thrown in a dumpster." That's in the LA Times in the first 3 paragraphs.
Tough.
It's really tough, but
And
it's a perspective that we haven't heard. So
It's actually very funny. People would think, "Oh, when did they tell you that?" I'm like, every day. It's a different story.
yeah, right. Every day.
And when I don't hang my towel, well, my mom's like, you should take this and go to the dumpster. Do you know how lucky you are here? Like, you are standing here with no penis. Do you know how lucky you are?
Yeah.
Do you have did for you? You know.
What are your tours like now? You have like a whole year of touring that you do, or
Yeah.
every weekend.
Yeah.
Go on.
Even weekdays, even like tomorrow we're gonna go to Indiana and Thursday is St. Louis. So it's gotten to a point that we are doing theaters now.
Yeah.
And it's very exciting.
What do your fans say to you when you get there?
It really, I remember one thing that's very sweet is in Vancouver, this is very like Vancouver, this girl, Chinese girl,
Yeah.
Chinese American girl,
Yeah.
she has a black boyfriend. And she was crying. She walked to me. She goes, "My best friend just died yesterday. I've been crying all day yesterday. I couldn't get out of my house. My boyfriend's like, you have to go with me to the show." She goes, "Fuck off, no." And then he just convinced her, and she came. And she said, "That's the best decision I ever did."
Oh, yeah.
And I laughed, and I cried, and I laughed. And I want to thank you for what you do. And I have little Chinese boys who come to me like, "Jiaoying, I wanted to put my Chinese name as my first name and my white name as my middle name instead of my first name because you don't call yourself Joy or Joey or, Julie, and you call yourself Jiaoying." I said, if they cannot pronounce my name because I'm not famous enough, if people can say Rihanna, Madonna, they can say Jiaoying. If they cannot say Jiaoying, Jiaoying is not undeniable. If one day Jiaoying becomes a thing, if you can't say it, you are not trendy. You are live under a rock.
Yeah.
So I don't like excuses. And the little boys, little girls, like the Chinese people, they feel happy, and also like older people with an accent, they don't feel they belong, and they will have me roasting everybody in my accent, and people laugh and love it. They make them feel like they belong. Because the thing about Asian accent is very disrespected. Asian accent sounds like a massage or cheap little labor. French English is so sexy. I want to make it, that's who I am. And it makes me very happy to represent. And it's amazing my fans are not just Asians. They are everyone.
Does it bother you when you hear someone do an Asian accent, like a white person do that?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
I just it just it's not funny.
Mm-hmm. Even if they're doing your material,
I don't think it would work with them.
Not appropriate,
because
right?
People can't say what I say because they don't have. They did not walk through the pain and the trauma and the level of survival of what I did to say what I say.
That's a good
They
point.
can say like, I had a daughter and I kept her, so I'm a feminist. If you never had a kid, you can't say that.
Right.
If you never been through what I've been through. But people, go back to Kita. People hate me. They would make up story of me stealing jokes. My materials, nobody can say. I don't need to steal any mediocre bullshit from some open micer bitch. Like it's just gross. People, the thing they say about me. But it's also, people hating you is a good sign.
Why did you open a comedy club?
For myself to go on stage.
Yeah.
That's
and then why do you keep it? Now that you've gotten bigger, do you still need it?
Because I'm a business person, so I kept it. I have a system. I have 2 managers and 20 hosts rotates. So I don't really go there at all.
Yeah.
And I don't really spend energy there.
Mm-hmm.
We don't make money. We don't lose money. So it's such an important part of LA comedy scene. Mm-hmm. That is the most stable open mic place in LA. Everything they opened on Melrose Avenue closed. Because it's very hard for comedians to run a business. They don't know how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't treat people well. They don't pay people. They don't understand it. Business is business. They are just artists. I grew up in a restaurant. My mom owned like 5 restaurants. I grew up, when I was 3, I was cleaning dishes. I was taking orders. I was a waiter. I was helping in the kitchen. And I just worked my whole life. And I worked in the service industry my whole life. I know how to run a business. I'm not doing, I have people like approaching me to open a bigger club. I can't do it. I need to have a partner who can take over. I like to write and perform more than owning business.
Yeah, that's what I would think, that you wouldn't have time for.
If I'm rich, I'll just stay in finance,
You say what?
I have a finance major. If I want to make money, I just go to Wall Street. I just gonna be a fund manager. I'm not gonna do this. Right. This is not about money. This is about what I really love. And
so you're divorced now. Do you go on dates and stuff?
I went on some dates, and I think I really like this guy.
Where do you meet people? A dating app or
dating app sucks.
Dating app sucks. Yes, I agree.
Doesn't work for me.
Although I met my wife on a dating app.
Well, it works.
Which one?
The current one.
Raya?
Oh, which wife? I thought you meant.
No.
Yes.
It was Raya?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. They won't let me on Raya.
Oh, yeah?
No.
No, why not?
I don't know. Maybe because I can't keep my whole mouth shut. Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know. I've never got on it. I didn't say anything bad about them, but I don't care.
So you don't like dating apps? Do you have guys do you have guys at the show that ask you out?
Shooting their shots. Yeah.
Yeah. What happens? Tell us.
I just like I can't fuck my fans. Like if my fans are like my children. Like I'm not Woody Allen. I don't know. I just I'm like maybe it's easier for a man, but as a woman,
Okay, so the date that you went on last night, how did you meet him?
for work, I was doing a podcast and we met through the podcast.
And he asked you out after the podcast?
It was he make it look like it's a dinner date, so we like a dinner thing, like a work thing,
Like a work dinner.
Yeah,
but
because
then you're there and it turns into a
because
date.
he's in charge of talent, so he can't really approach me. But he just wants to see if I would have, I would like him. But
Yeah.
I liked him a lot.
Oh, good.
But I don't think it's gonna work out. I just feel like
Why not?
I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like I'm too intense.
Yeah.
And he's a sweet guy, but like I don't think we are looking for the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm too old in my life, and he's never been married. And I'm looking for somebody who's gonna become serious with me and
Sure.
a boyfriend, a fiance, husband, stepfather, and I want to have one more baby. But I won't say this to him. But
Well, you're saying it now.
yeah, he's gonna see it. And he's gonna block my number right away. I think he's looking for, dating this cool, fun comedian girl.
Yeah.
And see where it goes, which is nice. He's young. He's handsome. He's successful.
Yeah.
I just don't think I have the energy to kind of put him in my Jiaoying school for
In your
relationship.
rotation.
I don't want to train him for 5 years to get him to get serious or marry me or anything. I want him to have his own process, and I don't think I'm the girl for him.
Would you make a school for men?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I
How
think
to
that'd
eat
be pretty
pussy.
fun.
Yeah.
What kind of things would you teach men?
How to eat a pussy, and when you're eating pussy, don't say it. You like it. Shut up. Keep this. If I'm not slapping you, you are doing it right. Don't ask.
Okay, it's got to be
Like it.
sloppy. Don't ask. Yeah.
Just keep your head down.
Yeah.
And do your job. Just don't say anything.
Okay.
If you are not doing well, I'll slap you. You know.
Okay. Anything else you teach them?
You're always wrong. Just say you're wrong. You don't have to believe in it. Just say you are wrong. It solves the problem. Like
Okay.
you say you're wrong, immediately you got a BJ. Like why? Why don't you want it? You know? And I just feel like just say it. You don't have to mean it.
Yeah.
We just want to hear I'm wrong. I'm wrong is just like sexy.
Yeah.
When I hear I'm wrong, I'm like big dick energy. Future husband. That's what I see. I say big dick and future husband.
I say that quite a bit. I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's why you're happy.
I always do that. I'm always just like, even if there's like some kind of like maybe she was wrong, I'll just go, I'm so sorry. I was wrong. I'll work on it. My first marriage, I wouldn't do that. My first marriage, I'd be like, what are you talking about?
Which is why you have a second marriage.
Which is why I have a second
yeah, but
marriage,
you are so happy now.
happy now.
Yeah, exactly. It's just you don't have to believe in it. You just say it.
Yeah.
Women. I think women thrive on hearing the good things. Men thriving on looking at the good things. Men are visual. They want beautiful. They want to see beautiful things.
Right.
They want to see big tits, nice abs and big ass and pretty face, and they just like, huh? What did you do to me? I don't care. Women we can be with them. Donkey or
that
horse.
is true, but it's
as long as
not
like,
over
I
time.
love
It's
you.
not.
You are the
After
best.
that is true at first. Men
For
are
attraction, yeah.
yeah. But over time,
You need a connection.
there is some nuance that needs to happen.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And when somebody's wrong, you gotta.
Yeah, I mean, I like.
You gotta
to-
say it.
I just think in long term, I don't like to be toxic because as a mother, I mean, if I'm just a single girl, I want to bully the man. But now I'm a mom.
Yeah.
I want to take accountability because that's the only way your children would do it.
Do you see yourself doing things that your mother did to you, to your kids?
I try to not do anything she did to me. Like, for example, my daughter is playing, she's drinking milk while playing with her doll, and the milk leaked on the wooden floor.
Yeah.
My mom starts screaming, "Do you know how expensive the wooden floor is?" Bah. I said, her therapy class is going to be more. Her therapy session going to cost me more. Mom, shut up. Just, they are kids. She can't stand the messiness. It's from the family mentality. If something's messy, she said Japanese are gonna come and shoot her on the face. I'm like, Japanese are not gonna come here and shoot you. It'll be okay. I own the house, and we can replace the fucking floors. I don't give a fuck. And she goes, it's messy. And my mom, they should play with dirt. That's what they should do.
Yeah.
Kids should play with dirt. Kids should eat earthworms and spit it out. Dirt is okay. She hate any dirt.
Yeah, she's anal retentive.
Yeah, I don't like it. I'm just like, don't scream at them over some milk on the wooden floor.
Right.
Because you are not feeding anyone right now. I'm making money. I'm taking care of your retirement. I'm paying for grandpa, grandma to retire. So what I want you to do is to not scream and yell over little bullshit. Just chill. Go shopping.
Have you taken your kids back to China?
Many times.
Yeah.
They actually speak perfect Chinese right now because they stayed there for 3 months.
It did?
Yeah.
What did you do for 3 months there? Oh, because that's where
I
they're
went back and forth. They are with my mother, with my with their grandparents, my father,
Yeah.
and my grandparents too. And they hung out with my sister's children and my brother's kids. So they had a big family back there, and they had so much fun. I go back and forth. I was doing some magazines, some interview with China Press. So I was able to go back and hang out with them. But
Do they ever, if you're doing an interview with Chinese press, do they ask you questions about censorship and things like that? Or is none of that even addressed?
They don't address that.
Don't even address it
No.
at all?
No,
That's
just
wild.
ask like, why do you have the confidence you look like this?
Yeah. That's fucking wild. Damn.
I really impart a lot of girls who's not traditionally beautiful in China, and all the gays too. Gays love me.
Yeah. You have a joke. You said I've never seen a gay person in China.
Yeah,
Right?
I feel like
Oh my God. I remember
I'm a
when
gay
you
icon.
did that at Joe Coy's.
They murdered.
Yeah, that show was Joe Coy's. What was that?
Irene too was bringing
Easter
me up.
Sunday?
Yeah, Irene too brought me up. She's lesbian.
Yeah, Irene too brought her up. She did that joke, and I swear to fucking God, the
People
room
died.
fell.
Yeah.
It was
It's a
done.
good joke. Yeah, it's a good
That was
joke.
it.
That's really good.
It was amazing.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it was so
In West
vicious.
Hollywood too, right?
No, it was in
Filipino town.
Koreatown.
In Koreatown, okay.
Yeah.
That was insane. I remember I brought someone for the first time to see you, and they were just like, "Holy shit!" Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
do for fun?
I like to work, and when a fan do something for fun, it would be probably sitting on the couch, drinking coffee, and writing jokes, and wanted to take a little break to the lake, to the mountain, to do calligraphy. I'm a calligrapher. I write all my tattoos on my body, and I paint.
Calligraphy is where you shave the...
No, you have the big brush, and you use ink to write on rice paper.
I see. Oh, yes.
So that's what I did professionally, trained as a calligrapher.
Oh, yeah?
My grandpa would sell my work when I was
And how do you
little.
get, how do you get paid for that? You just sell. It's like art that
It's
you
not
buy.
bad. Yeah, it's not bad for how young I was.
Yeah.
It's like $50 for one
Yeah.
piece. But I was very young. He didn't want to just make me make money. But whenever we would sell some work, we would make some money.
Yeah.
But he liked me to. He didn't want me to sell anything before I was ready. So I was professionally competing
Yeah?
all across province in China to compete for calligraphy.
Really?
It's like it's like an art form. It's like oil painting in piano. In China, the calligraphy is like a piano. It's just then you just have to graduate from learning from grandpa, and one of my relative is one of the most famous calligraphers in China.
When
So he started teaching me.
When you do
He's
calligraphy and there's 3 people competing, are they all doing the same thing, or is it?
It's different. You can
It's
do
all
whatever.
different,
Mhm.
right? And then they just pick the best one.
Yeah. So
Oh, wow.
my grandpa's cousin is one of the most famous calligrapher in China. His work would be at the millions per
Oh, yeah?
piece. Like I'm not saying like one word. I'm saying like a whole wall of a whole collection of poetry. That would be a lot of money because in China they decorated, like the big company would decorate their whole wall. This is the famous calligrapher's work. Like you guys would buy a painting. It has crossed over, but in Art Basel, there's some of the calligraphy work that combined with the West, East and West. $1,000,000 with like a few $100,000. So he's very famous.
Oh, wow.
So I was supposed to become a calligrapher. But if I calm the fuck down, I start to do more calligraphy and have him coach me and study. I think I can do it. It's really a meditation for me. I think I can become very good one day if I actually do it. But it's very good for me. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of like therapeutic.
Yeah, it's totally therapeutic because when you see the ink go inside the rice paper, you have full control over it. You can't really retrace your stroke. It's like life. Everything you did, you can't retrace it. It's the most ugly thing is when you have a stroke, it wasn't perfect. You have to do whatever next to balance it out to make it beautiful. It's like a stand-up comedy. You can't go back and crack it. If you crack it, people can see it. It's not like oil painting is layers. The layer is how much you mix with water and ink. The more water you have would be lighter, and the more ink you have would be darker. So that's the beauty of it. Rather than if you did one stroke, it wasn't right, you just go up and fix it. You can't fix it.
Wow.
That's a lot like a stand-up.
Did you ever talk to John Singleton
He
since?
died.
He died?
Yeah, he died from running. I'm like, eat a burger. Like, why would you run? In Miami, he died.
He ate a burger and then he died?
No, he didn't eat the burger. He was running. He's like, I'm gonna lose weight. I'm like, I think you'll be okay. He's like, no, I want to look good.
He had a heart attack?
Yeah, brain
see.
aneurysm.
A couple of years ago, right?
Yes.
Did you ever get to see your success? Did you ever call
He
him?
haven't seen my success, but he did see one tip of my open mic, and he gave me some advice. He said, hold the microphone more and get on stage more, and you have it. And the moment I remember that when I got passed by the Love Factory that day, I drove by there. I saw my face, and Ali Wong had her new special, so her face is right above mine. I looked up. I'm like, John, did you see this? And I think he did.
Wow.
I think he did.
Oh, that's so cool.
I have a question for you. Do you like yourself?
No, I don't hate myself, but I'm okay.
Deep question.
And what is? Yeah, because anyway.
I hate myself.
I used to hate myself, but I try to not to hate myself too much.
I try not to, but it's so difficult. It's just like
I don't like how I look.
No?
No, I'm not ugly, but like I just don't like how.
But that's something that like how you look. That's just how you look.
I think maybe a stranger would find me attractive.
Really. Maybe it's different for a woman, but you can't really change it. It's like
yes, you can.
Here's a question.
Well, with surgery and stuff.
But I don't want to.
Yeah, but you don't want a lot of surgery.
No.
Here's a hypothetical. Would you rather look good in a mirror or look good in a photo?
That's a good question.
In a mirror.
If you could only be one or the other?
In a mirror.
In a photo.
In a mirror because I'm looking at it. I don't give a fuck about other people. If you look at ugly bitch's face, fuck you. I want to look at something pretty.
If I'm working out and taking care of myself, I look in the mirror. I go, oh yeah, I look good.
Yeah.
I can do that. But I'm talking about like I'm more like inner hatred about just like where I am in life and stuff like that. Like I carry that around for sure. Like I can relate to that a lot.
Yeah, I am very, very tough on myself.
Sure.
Very tough. But
I have nothing but self-loathing.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, I am very tough on myself. Then no matter how good I do, I always find excuses to undermine.
If you could quantify loving yourself, what would that look like to you?
I think when I wake up in the morning, I wouldn't be worried about work. I would just take a moment and take a deep breath and look at myself in the mirror and be like, you are beautiful right now.
Yeah,
For a
yeah.
female comedian over 34, I would say that to myself.
I would like to wake up in the morning and not be like you were coming today.
Stressed out.
You were coming today and I was like, oh my God. And then Navina will be like, well, what are you worried about? It's a podcast. You sit there and talk. I'm like, I know, but I want it to be good.
Let's make sure our dog's safe from her.
What's that?
Let's make sure our dog is safe from her. You have a dog, right?
Did you say make sure dogs are safe?
Because the Chinese are coming. I mean, actually, I was worrying about something I shouldn't worry about. Bobby live right there.
Hey, wait a minute,
Your dog is going to be dead. Bobby's going to done the deed already.
Where's Cooper? He was just here.
Well, he's in my
You
bag.
know anything about that?
He's in my
The
bag.
dog's name is Cooper.
Cooper.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, this is a dog leash.
Dog is on the menu in China?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
In China, Korea, Southeast Asia, it's not just China. Like the whole Asia eat dogs. But the young Chinese people are very, very, very angry about it.
Oh, they got rid of it.
They protested. There's a Yulin dog festival in Yulin province in the south. The people in the south eat all kind of shit. In the north, we're simple people. We just don't really give a fuck. So the kids they just protested. So they canceled the festival. A lot of people would go to the festival to buy the dogs and to send them up for adoption.
So it's a festival where you go and you buy the dogs for adoption or to eat?
Eat.
Okay. It's a
Yeah,
dog.
I've never.
Almost like a chicken tender festival.
Yeah, that's
Something
what
like
I'm
that.
trying to tell you, Jason and Kita. Is like my life has been so traumatic, and
Yeah,
I sometimes
I can see that.
when I decide to leave someone, they don't know it yet. I already made every plan. When I'm just like. That's it. They kind of, because I'm still nice to them during the process, they freak out like, what the fuck's going on? What happened to us? I'll be like, you already broke my heart so many times that I made peace. You already buried it in my heart. I'm done. So remember my mom was working very hard when my father was drunk on the couch. So she was working at the restaurant to become a manager. So I have to stay with grandparents. I stayed my elementary preschool in the rural area, in the village. And we had a family dog. His name is Big Yellow, 大黄. He's looked like Nikita, like a big yellow dog, very cute. And I was very tiny. So for preschool, sometimes, the dogs, like in India, in China, they are very smart.
Yeah.
They actually are real dogs. They're like wolves. They remember places. They carry things.
Yeah.
I would ride him to school, like 4 or 5 minutes. I ride him like a horse. He's huge. He's like a German Shepherd mixed with Akita. So then his dog house. My grandpa is also very good with building things. So he built a very beautiful dog house outside the house. In the dog house, there's a desk where I can do my homework.
Oh.
And he built like a little lantern.
Nice.
I can do my homework. The dog's sitting next to me before my grandparents come back from the farm.
Yeah.
So like just me sitting there doing my homework with the dog. How cute that is.
Cute.
Very cute. So during summer break, my mother took me to Shanxi province. They have a creek and my cousin's place. So we went there to catch fish and catch crabs. I came home. So my father have this uncle. I call him uncle. His cousin, who's like just not a nice guy. I came back and I was tired. I just woke up. I'm hungry, and they gave me a bowl of noodles and vegetables on top. I start eating. And I start looking away. I saw something on the tree, because we have a hawthorn tree. Something hanging there, bleeding. So I'm like,
oh no,
what's that? They were like, oh, it's a new blanket. I said, what blanket? I went there and I see the big yellow skin, fur, and hanging there bleeding. I'm like, I look down on my bowl. I had one bite. And I said, where's Big Yellow? They're like, oh, he's fine. I said, what happened? And then my father's cousin said, oh, he went to the farm to visit grandpa, and he got caught by a bear trap, and one of his leg broke, so he's no good, so we killed him. And that's his meat you are eating.
Were you poor that was all you had to eat?
No, we're not poor.
Oh.
It's just that he don't.
That's a Chinese old yeller story.
Yeah.
So
literally to the farm.
Yeah. So it wasn't my father who did it. He was drunk. My grandpa just like, they don't really think the dog is like your family.
Yeah,
like
I get it.
He's not useful anymore. So like,
my
we got a new
grandparents
one.
were like that too.
So I remember stabbing him with a chopstick. And then I hate him so much that I start crying, and I couldn't have a big dog anymore. Ever since, even now, I can only have small dogs. When I see big dogs, I get triggered. I couldn't look at them.
Oh my God, you've been
when
through
I look
a lot.
at them, I can't really look at them. I don't want to pet them. I just
sure.
I'm very like
you did your homework next to the dog.
Yeah.
He was your buddy.
Mm-hmm. For 3 years.
Oh my God.
So
what a life you've had.
I can't look at big dogs, and if they lick me, I just kind of like go away. Just
Jiao, your whole thing is it's a miracle you're here. You know that? It's a miracle.
I can be crazy. I mean, I am.
You could be crazy, and you might be, and you're gonna leave today before I'll find out. But
yeah, but I'm not very close to my dog, right? Panda don't get a lot of love.
Oh, that's right. You do have a dog.
Yeah.
Yorkie. That dog is.
What does dog taste like?
He's Yorkie. This dog, I don't remember what it tastes like, because I had tears in my.
Yeah.
I don't remember. It was just so like, it's not like we just eat dog every day. No, it's like a certain area, the rural area in the south. They have, but like a majority of China don't eat dogs. It seems I was in the 90s. I never ate dog.
Yeah.
And when some dog got sick and died, they would just cook it and kill it. But my dog was, the thing is that his leg's broken.
Yeah.
And they just thought he's no good.
But that part was a lie.
But his leg did broke.
Oh, his leg was broken.
Yeah, definitely.
Because the bear got him.
That
part
bear
was
trap,
true.
Bear trap.
As far as you know.
Yeah, that's true, because I saw his leg.
Aha, and the leg
his
was
paw
was
and
broken.
the bear trap. Yeah, I saw that.
Right.
I buried it in his doghouse.
You buried him in the doghouse?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I remember whenever I gave him the bread, he would eat one and he would dig a hole and hide them. And he would also have my homework.
Yeah, your homework in there. Your dog ate your homework. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah,
that's a tough story.
I think I
That's
need
crazy
therapy
story.
to be able to own a big dog.
Are you in therapy?
Yeah, every Monday.
What's that like?
It's difficult.
Yeah, it must be hard.
Yeah, my therapist was very mad at me for for not protecting my boundaries with a lot of people. Because I'm very generous. I mean, Kita would know.
People in your
very
life.
generous with people who's using me, taking advantage, stealing from me, and I just want to forgive them because I think life has been so hard for me. If I'm just a little bit nicer, but they actually don't appreciate when you forgive them and give them more. They take more.
These are people in your life, like your friends and family.
My family, I'm trying to not.
It sounds like you pay for everything for your family, right?
Definitely, but for people, it's not much money because they are in China. Like $2,000 goes a long way. Like my grandparents, I only pay them $2,000 per month. They can just do pretty well.
And that goes a long way.
It's just like people in the business is very nasty.
Yeah, people in the business want money from you.
Not money, just using you, pretend to be your friend.
She's had some insane stuff that I cannot believe people have tried to pull off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's nasty. Try to use me.
And you are incredibly generous.
Very generous.
I mean,
and people think I'm stupid because I'm generous.
Well, you can be because you are so.
Because I went through so much. I don't want to be.
Yeah, you've been through so much, and you're a powerhouse in yourself. So you make a lot of money. You make people laugh, and so it's going to be really easy for someone to slide in and take advantage of you because you're focused on, being funny and writing jokes and ostensibly. You go to the show, there's 800 people in the crowd. It's like, well, what more could Jiao want? Right? And so people can slide in there and they can try to take advantage of you.
Peter knows a lot of those nasty little bitches. It's insane.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe. I'm just like, if you are just honest and nice, you can benefit so much from me. Like, why would you want me? And
it's scarcity thinking.
Yeah, it's fear-based. People are fear-based.
It's also not thinking long-term.
Yeah, totally.
Like if you're going to get along in this world that we're in, you have to think in decades. You cannot think long time. What do I need this week?
Yeah.
You got to see it a decade out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You did LeBron's podcast.
Yeah.
He called for you, right?
Andre 3000.
Andre 3000. Tell us about Andre 3000 and LeBron, please.
So I think the shop has been trying to get Andre on it for a while now, like for a few years, 3 years maybe. Andre is very private. He doesn't really like video form interview. He doesn't really do it.
Yeah.
So I think finally he decided to do it, but he had a request. He said, I want my favorite comedian to be on it. And you probably think it's somebody else, but he said...
This is Andre 3000's podcast?
No, LeBron's.
Oh, LeBron's. Does LeBron do the podcast with Andre 3000?
No, LeBron does it, but he's a producer. He's not always on it. I think every 8 episodes he's on there one time.
I see.
So because Andre's gonna be on, so LeBron is a big Andre fan. He loves Andre.
Gotcha.
I gotcha. He probably he was gonna do some big event, but he didn't do it. He decided to do that with Andre. So Andre showed LeBron my work and stuff. And I remember when I met him, he already knew my joke. He already knew my big lip, small lip joke. He was doing that joke. I fainted. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. That's fun.
Like, how fucking insane is that?
I just
like, is that how weird was that? When
I couldn't believe it.
It's so nice.
I can't talk to him when I see him. I was just like shocked. He's so regal. Like, first of all, he's tall. I don't have my tiger bone. My neck hurts. I'm like, oh.
Because there's like celebrities, but he's a mogul.
Yeah,
he's like
insane.
Yeah, he's LeBron. He's the best.
Yeah. Him on the left and the Andre on the right. Mm-hmm. Oh God, I couldn't. Yeah. And I made them laugh.
You did.
I made them laugh.
Yeah, that's great.
Laugh. And Andre was bragging about me.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's so fast with the goddamn jaw. She's so good. She said the real shit. She said it was real shit. I'm like, oh my God, is this real? And I couldn't believe it.
Talk about the Margaret interview that you did.
Kita was the reason why we actually got Margaret in person, because she was gonna do Zoom, and I did like, oh my God, I won't be with Margaret Cho.
Oh, Margaret Cho. We had Margaret Cho here. Oh. She's great.
She's so cute. She wanted to do Zoom, and I'm like, Kita, what do I do? He goes, ask her to go to her house.
Yeah.
And she said yes.
And it was funny because you were like,
are
you sure? And I was like, just do it. Just fucking do it.
Yeah, I went there and we saw her pussy. I'm kidding, her cats.
Yeah, she has all these hairless cats.
They are so cute.
And a little dog. But that was really touching, though. There were a couple podcasts that we've shot.
I was kind of crying, it
was insane.
I couldn't handle her.
Why?
She was just so down to earth in a way that she see me as something great that I don't see. I see me in her eyes the way I don't see myself in the mirror, and that
Oh,
terrifies
wow.
me
That's
in a good
beautiful.
way. It's very beautiful
That's
that
beautiful.
I was affected. And
Yes.
Kita knows I'm never nervous, but it wasn't nervous. I was just kind of like butterflies and a little heartbroken.
It's almost like when you were talking about getting the standing O at the Apollo. You couldn't really look
I had
at
to
it,
leave.
and then to have her, she probably means a lot to you.
Yeah, the
And-
way she look at me
Yeah,
make me feel like I'm something special,
yeah.
but I know she has no reason to lie to me.
Well, she probably likes you very much.
No way to lie to me about it.
She has no reason to lie to you,
Yeah,
right?
she has no reason to lie to me about
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
great. I'm good. Yeah, she likes me.
It's
Because
like
she likes the authentic things.
to get the affirmation from her is like,
I know because she
really nice.
has fought the battles I can't even think of.
Yes.
And, people has to showing when she's on a flyer in her days they have a racist Chinese man caricature of her face
yeah,
on it. They don't even care she's a woman or a man. She's just a fucking Asian. She's a gookie chink, whatever the fuck they think of. They don't even think her as a Asian Korean woman. Like that's like the whatever, like it's a China man Korean woman thing. Like they look at her like, oh, what she's doing stand up,
right.
and she's one of the greatest. And it just make me feel like all the hardship I'm going through right now is required for me to become great. And I felt that, okay, keep hating on me.
Right.
Another really, really cool podcast we shot was when you brought Dr. Drew to my studio.
He did a therapy session with me.
And that was let me
I love that.
Before you talk about it, so Jiao told me, oh yeah, we're gonna get Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's cool. And I was like, so what's it gonna be like? And she's like, well, I'm just gonna ask him why I'm so fucked up. And so I was like, oh, this is gonna be really funny. So we sit in the thing. It was a full
deep sesh
therapy session. I'm like,
what did he say?
Tearing up back there behind the camera. It was really intense.
What did he say? He probably had pretty good insight.
He told me that I don't remember things because I erase it in my mind.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
I bet you block a lot out. I block a lot out too. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember a lot of things.
Yeah.
But if I have like dreams of things I can think of. Yeah, it was very deep, and it made me understand like how much kinder I have to be to myself. I've been through so much.
You want to be kinder to yourself?
I try, but it's very hard because I feel like I have to be invincible. I have to be undeniable, and I cannot be defeated. And I have to be strong. I want the children to not suffer. I want mom to live a good life, and therefore I have to be able to carry on a lot of hardship. But at the same time,
it's almost like if you in your mind, because I think I struggle with this. It's like if I don't carry that that stress, then I'm not doing my job.
Yeah, I feel like that.
Right?
Yeah, but sometimes we should just like let it go a little bit.
Sometimes you want to let go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You're young. You'll get better at it.
I think so. I hope so.
You know what I mean?
I hope so. I'm very aware of the
when
things
I was 35, I was like, what? And now 40s are the best age. You know, that your 40s are the best. And you have something happens where you're just like, oh, what? Okay, that's dumb. What am I doing? I only got half a life left. I better start enjoying it.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah.
You just can't hold on. Like, when you're in your 20s and 30s, you're under the illusion you can hold on to things.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get to be our age and it's like, I'm not holding on to shit unless it's really important.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's really important. You just can't. You don't have enough time.
Yeah.
Sure. That's so true. I think so. I think enjoy the moment right now is so important. Be able to choose to be happy is the most powerful thing you can do.
Are you enjoying being a mom?
I try to be a better mom. I do enjoy to be a mom. And
Yeah.
it gave me a lot of reassurance and confidence. And they are good children. So I think I'm doing a good job. I'm just very proud to be their mom.
Yeah.
I feel like they give me so much credit to choose me to be their mom.
And it gets so good as they get older.
Yeah, it's
My
just
kids are
so
18 and 15, and like I remember like 8 and 10 was like the best. That's the
they
best
look at
age.
you like they worship you.
Yeah, and
Then they start thinking you're not cool. Then
no, never.
they still think you're cool.
Yeah,
That's well, you are
100%. Like I thought that
would.
would come. I thought that we'd have like a bad teenager. We didn't have anything. It's like
That's amazing. I think because you are so great with communicating.
maybe I try.
If
I
they
try
can
to
talk
be
to
there.
you, they good.
Yeah,
Because like I couldn't talk to my mom.
yeah,
Everything I say, she'll slap me.
yeah. We said, what did you say?
Everything I say, she'll slap me.
Oh, really? Yeah, still?
No, not anymore because
Can you take her in a fight?
No. No. She grew corn. She's a farmer. No. I can't.
You work out?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you do?
I started running again. I couldn't work out.
I love to run.
During my marriage was very sad. Even during it, the first half year was good, but then I stopped working out. I stopped talking to my friends. I just stopped all the things that bring me joy.
Yeah.
Stopped my art. Stopped doing calligraphy. Stopped writing poetry, and I stopped working out for a very long time.
Yeah.
For 5 years.
Yeah.
I got back to the gym last week after my club was robbed. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna take care of myself because bitches want to fuck me up. I can't do that. So I started running.
Yeah.
I just been running for 2 weeks, and I love it. I'm gonna start to do more like ab workout, whole body workout. But running would be. It's so helpful. I'm so happy.
I like the beach run. That's my favorite.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I go pier to pier.
That's
Santa
beautiful.
Monica Pier to Venice Pier. It's really nice.
That's wonderful.
You had Macy Gray on your podcast. How was that?
It was so funny. So Kita,
Macy Gray, she's great.
she's
That was an
she's the
interesting
cutest.
podcast.
She's so
How'd you
cute.
connect with Macy Gray? She like your stand-up?
Yeah, she went to my show in Irvine last year.
She did?
Irvine Improv.
Yeah.
And we have a mutual friend, Soji. She's like my Korean godmother. So Soji is very close with Macy and introduced her to my comedy, and she loves my stand-up. And we became friends.
Yeah.
And I found out she got a new song coming out, and we were talking about for me to do the dancing with her. She can teach me. And then she asked her to do my pod, and she wanted to do it on Zoom when she was in Australia. I said, no, I can wait. When you come home.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
have to do
yeah.
it in person. I talked to Kita. Kita's like,
Yeah,
no.
Zoom is no good.
Kita's like, no, it has to be in person. With somebody like her,
I agree.
it has to.
Are you kidding? Someone like that? No.
No. Yeah.
I mean, you can't do comedy podcasts. You can't get away with Zoom. It's just compared to everybody else, you have to do it in person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Okay. All right. Well, this was fun. It was
Thank you
really
for
really
having
great
me.
meeting you. I'm really impressed with you.
Oh, I'm impressed with you.
And I
thank you for having
like
me.
what a story.
Oh,
You deserve everything that's coming your way. You're so funny.
thank you so much.
And keep going and
Thank
be kind to yourself and good luck with the kids and
thank you.
and
You know
everything.
what I
Come see
love
you.
about you that I just thought of during this podcast?
Mm-hmm.
There's no comedian in town that I can think of that has a legend story attached to them.
Yeah.
And when I think of you, you're such a good storyteller, especially about your own origin story. And there's a legend of you that no one else. You might think of someone.
Well, it's a perspective that I've never seen before.
Yeah.
And it's like a really, really, really tough life. I mean, that's, and then, you know, it's great for comedy. Like you said it yourself, it's tragedy, you know, it's tragic. A lot of it's very tragic.
Yeah, my dad's my father's mistress shaved my head.
Your father's mistress
She's a
shaved your
prostitute.
head. She's a prostitute.
For a brothel.
Why?
She's not a real prostitute, but it's a karaoke bar which they offer. You know,
They offer stuff?
massage parlor.
Okay.
So they offer a happy ending. I mean, there's
If you get caught in China giving a happy ending, is that like a big punishment?
it is because prostitution is illegal, but back in the 90s, it's fine.
It's fine. Okay.
It's like people are like, if you bribe people, you can do it. If you bribe the government, you can you can do it. So yeah, she shaved my head because she was jealous that my father was spending time with me when he was sober. And she's young. She's like 17. So I was like 8. And she's like, do you want a new haircut? Like, there's like, you know, she want to give me a perm. I was like, oh my God. And she shaved my head. She shaved like a fucking monk. I had to wear a hat to go to school. And my classmate took it off. Be like, you are a Shaolin Temple monk.
That's insane.
Would you ever do like a one-person show
Yeah.
of
I
everything
wanted to
like
get
that?
a
Like
Tony
something
Award.
a little deeper? I
want
love
to get
stuff
a
like
Tony
that.
Award on Broadway.
Yeah, like a Tony show?
Yeah.
That's what you should do.
That's what I want.
Oh yeah, you should
I would love to
definitely
write
put
it.
all those stories together.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, seriously. I was like, that's why I'm like, I'm just like, oh my God. People like, they have their band cut ugly. They're like, oh my God. I'm like a bitch. Chill.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
It's traumatic.
Yeah.
Well, it's a miracle you're here. I'm so glad you're
I'm
here.
happy. I
And
have
you're doing
hair.
great. Thanks for coming on
Thank
the
you
show.
for having me.
Where can we find you?
I am all over the
Yeah.
place. Jiaoying Summers Comedy is my tour, summerscomedy.com.
Yep.
And social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere is Jiaoying Summers, JIAOYING SUMMERS. That's
Okay.
me. I'm everywhere, and I'm such an honor to be at your beautiful home, meeting your wife and your beautiful daughter.
Yeah, we're gonna come see you.
Where's Cooper? We don't know. He's in my trunk.
Cooper.
I have a leash coming out from my teeth.
Guys, Jiao ate my dog. Coming out and saying it right here.
Was super sour.
All right. We love you guys. Thank you so much for being here.